For all you keto lovers, I'm cooking something that's low on calories, huge on taste. It's my garlic chicken stir fry. Listen, so when you're hungry late at night and you're banging around the kitchen and you feel like actually cooking something, this is the dish. This is the dish that if anybody says, you're gonna get fat, don't eat late at night, they're a lazy bum, okay? Cook this, eat this, go to bed full like a fat rat and be happy. Don't let anybody guilt you that this will get you fat, because it certainly will not. Stir fry. Who doesn't love a stir fry? Might be somebody out there, but not right here, or hopefully none of you who clicked on this video. Stir fries can be done in a multitude of ways differently, but today we're gonna do it the way that I do it. So what we're gonna do first, we're gonna start off, we're gonna take our chicken and we're gonna soak it in soy sauce. Sweet soy sauce preferably. You want the sweet, dark soy sauce what will kind of caramelize in the pan while the chicken is cooking, and then it's gonna coat all the rest of the vegetables. That's the key. You wanna coat these vegetables ever so slightly. You don't wanna drench it. This is not a wet stir fry. It's more of a dry-ish kind of stir fry. Not wet whatsoever. You need about 1 inch long of ginger and maybe 3 cloves of garlic for this. And for the soy sauce, the marinade, you're gonna need a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar and 3 tablespoons of the sweet, dark soy sauce. Not light, not caramel, not brown, dark soy sauce, okay? You're gonna need 1/2 of an onion and maybe a handful of baby bello mushrooms. Simple as that. Easy recipe, you can't mess it up. And towards the end, you're gonna drop in a tablespoon of sesame oil. I do about 2, because I like that sesame oil taste. If you don't like that strong sesame oil taste, use a tablespoon. All of this stuff that mixes in, it's gonna bring a nice combo of flavors. So if you don't like ginger, don't worry, don't leave the ginger out. If you leave the ginger out, you're gonna be missing this full taste. You won't be tasting a gingery type of stir fry. It's just gonna blend in with everything and give it a good balance. And that's the key. Always remember, building layers of flavor. Some of these ingredients you won't taste, but if you leave them out, you'll definitely know you left something out. You wanna take a cold chicken breast. Chicken breast cuts better, or any meat cuts better when it's cold for that matter. So don't leave it sitting out, because when you go to try to cut it, it's gonna start screaming all over the place. Have it cold, cut it quick, done. And you want those thin slices, that way everything cooks evenly and it goes quick. It doesn't take long to cook, and you have some nice juicy chicken breast to go along with your stir fry and your veggies. And you don't wanna cook the broccoli too long. You want the broccoli to have just a little bit of crunch and the bell peppers to have a little bit of crunch. The soft things will be your onions and your mushrooms. Everything will go together. Building layers of flavor and texture to your food are like one of the most important things that you need to know. You're gonna need about 2 tablespoons of olive oil for this dish. Drop it in a little bit. Swirl it around. I didn't drop a whole lot of olive oil in my pan because I already had a little bit sitting in there. Turn my vent on so I don't smoke up everything. First thing to go on will be your onions. Take a handful, make sure they're already broken up. So you let these onions saute for about 2 minutes. Keep them moving. You don't want to have like black, crunchy onions. When you start to see your onions brown ever so slightly, go ahead and toss in the broccoli. We're not gonna use the 2-minute rule because that could possibly burn our onions. You wanna keep everything moving, and you don't wanna cook your broccoli too long, because if you cook it too long, it's gonna be really soft, and you don't want mushy broccoli in a stir fry like that. That's not good at all. What I like to do to get my broccoli, just a little bit of taste, a little bit of hint. Mrs. Dash, can't go wrong with that. So with this broccoli, you definitely wanna cook it for about 2 minutes. So that'll give the onions maybe about 3 minutes, 4 minutes of cooking time. And that's really important. You wanna make sure you get all the acid out of these onions, sweat them really well. So if you're wondering where does garlic come in, the garlic will come in towards the end of the dish. You don't dump the garlic in at this part, because if you dump the garlic in right now, it's gonna burn, it's gonna get bitter, and guess what? It's not gonna be good. Also drop your bell peppers in. Drop your bell peppers in, stir them around. Everything gets 2 minutes. And we'll drop the mushrooms in last. We'll take our veggies and sit them to the side. Just make sure you get all the veggies out of the pan, because you don't want to burn any more veggies while you're cooking this chicken, because you're gonna need your pan to be hot. And we have some broccoli that was eaten off the counter. I wouldn't say don't try it at home, but go ahead and try it. Broccoli's good. So before I throw my chicken breast in, we'll put a little bit of olive oil back in the pan. Make sure it gets all over the pan. So what's gonna happen is, this chicken is gonna cook in about maybe a minute, minute and a half. Make sure you stir the chicken around the marinade, let it give it a good mix so it gets the ginger. This marinade's gonna get dumped, but we're gonna put it in later on when we start cooking everything together. Make sure you get your chicken spread out in the pan evenly. You don't want chicken laying on top of one another. You want all of this stuff to cook, because it's gonna go quick. So one of the ways you can tell that your chicken is cooking is that the side that you have it laying on is catching the heat, and the top part that's raw, you're gonna start seeing changing colors and curling around the edges. That's when you know it's basically almost cooked through. So you go ahead and flip the chicken. Kind of flip it around. So after we've flipped it around just a little bit, we're gonna let it sit on the heat for maybe 45 seconds more. And don't worry about it not being all the way cooked through, because we're dumping the veggies right back in. This is how your veggies should look, just like this. Nice and green, not soggy, not brown. So we'll dump all the veggies back in. Give it a toss. We're not gonna dump the garlic just yet. Kind of let the chicken and the veggies mix a little bit. Now I'm gonna throw the mushrooms in. This is where you get full at. You got a bunch of mushrooms, you have a bunch of broccoli, you have chicken, everything with a bunch of flavor, and it's all like good stuff that's not gonna get you fat. Don't be afraid to make this late night and eat it. So when it's almost done, that's when we're gonna add our garlic. You want your garlic to go in last, because garlic cooks really quick. And once it becomes a little bit fragrant, you can smell a hint of garlic, that's when it's over with. So we're gonna stir it around, about 5 more seconds. Get that good garlic flavor in there. All right, it's over with. Turn the oven off. And now we're good. You hear this food like sizzling? That's what gets the juices flowing. Oh, this stir fry looks good. Once again, the smell of this dish, it smells very stir fry. You see that? The steam, the veggies, everything mixed together. The way the dark, sweet soy sauce coated everything. That's absolutely amazing. Let me get some broccoli. Let me hunt for a mushroom. Let's give it a taste. I can taste the hint of everything. The ginger, the garlic, the onions, the broccoli, the mushrooms. Like, this dish is just, it's a plate of flavor. It's extremely good. You're not gonna gain weight. I normally don't eat portions this big, but I will kill this entire thing, because I know not gonna gain any weight, not gonna get fat. Enjoy cooking, because I'm always gonna enjoy eating.